Ty, and I'm here to break down the Friday workout. We have a 24-minute AMRAP in store today consisting of the following. 6 deadlifts at 80% of your 1 rep max, which we established last cycle. A 300-meter run. 24 dumbbell push presses. You may remember those from 2 cycles ago. Well, guess what? Good news, they are back. So yeah, 24 dumbbell push press, and then finishing the round off with 12 toes to bar. So let's start from the top with the deadlift. 80% 1 RM, that is a pretty significant load. So these are not intended to be unbroken. They don't all have to be 6 consecutive touch and goes, but we can focus a little bit more on technique and quality and maybe take a break or 2 if it is necessary. So when we do our deadlifts, let's remember our starting position, or let's start with our foot position actually, hip width apart. Not shoulder width, hip width. Hands are just about clean grip, right outside the shoulders, or right outside the hips. Starting position is at the mid-shin, hips back, shoulders back. I create as much tension, you guys know I talk about tension all the time. I create as much tension as I possibly can before lifting that bar, and I focus on pushing my feet through the ground as opposed to pulling with my arms. One thing that I like to do when I'm lifting a really heavy weight is pull the bar in and create tension in my lats by almost thinking about ripping the bar. So I pull the bar in, I rip the bar, and now I'm locked in, ready to go. From here, like I said before, we're gonna push with our feet as opposed to pulling with our arms. That way we keep good tension. Our hips and our shoulders are rising at the same rate, and we're maintaining that nice flat back throughout the entirety of the movement. To finish it, I just like to think stand tall and squeeze that booty. We also want to make sure that our shoulders are behind the bar upon finishing the rep, so we're not hunched over here. Then to go down, we simply hit reverse, hips go back, really smooth descent down to the bottom of the lift. To get that nice, quiet, soft touch and go, I like to think about don't crack the egg. So on the floor, there's a little egg. We do not want to crush the egg by going super fast, but rather, we just want to tap and drive, not cracking the egg. The second movement is a 300-meter run. We've done a lot of running this week, so I will not belabor any of the key points for that, but just make sure you don't suffer more than you have to, okay? So don't tense up. Just be light and effortless on that run. Think like you're gliding through the air. For the third movement, we've got 24 dumbbell push press. These are at our standard RX weights, 50 and 35. Obviously, we have to get the weight to our shoulder, so I like to lean it up. From there, I set my foot position, which is about hip width apart. I set my elbows, not pinned underneath, but at about 45 degrees, just like a barbell push press. And from here, I dip, drive, and I lock. Dip, drive, and lock. Dip, drive, and lock. Dip, drive, and lock. Make sure you don't get stuck too far into the squat, because we want to be explosive out of that loading position. So I like to analogize as that we have a high stool slightly behind us. That way we're really getting our hips into the movement and not getting into that saggy pants kind of trend, as Coach Rosario calls it. So high stool right behind you. You want to tap it and then fire out of it. Dip, drive, lock it out overhead. Make sure you are monitoring your breathing. So exhale, and then big gulp. As you complete those reps. Final movement is 12 toes to bar. Toes to bar, only 12 of them. So while they do get grippy, fortunately, it is a lower rep scheme today. So that shouldn't be as much of a factor. But I want you guys to really make sure that we maintain tension. There's that tension again in all the different movements we need. One of the common themes is we have to constantly apply tension to make our movement more efficient and more streamlined. So as in the toes to bar, we want tension as we are going down onto the downswing, because a lot of times people tend to lose their rhythm, their coordination starts to go out the window, and the movement just gets really sloppy. And it's not that they can't do the crunch part, but as they go down, they lose balance, they lose rhythm. So think, keep tension in your abs, in your quads, in your glutes, as you get into the Superman phase of that swing, and then we want to rapidly drive the hips to the bar, and then throw the feet up, making contact with both feet. Our goal for this workout in its entirety is to be consistent in each round. So we want to make sure that if in round 1 we're doing 3 and 3 for deadlifts, we're doing 12 and 12 for push press, and let's say 6 and 6 for toes to bar, we want to try to keep that same reps game throughout the entirety of this workout. So consistency is the name of the game. 24-minute AMRAP, nice diversity of movements. Gonna be a good Friday workout. I hope you guys like this one. So with that said, I'm Coach Ty. I'm signing off. Peace out.